Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. New series starting for you today. Weekly episodes every Wednesday with Borussia Dortmund with a little twist. So obviously the winter update has come on Football Manager. Moukoko is now in the game. I want a little bit of that. I also want a little bit of Haaland, Sancho, Jude Bellingham, Reyna. The list is pretty endless at the moment. They're not doing too well, Dortmund, but I think it's going to be a little bit of fun with the rules that I've put in. Basically, I'm only allowed to sign players of the age of 20 and younger. That's it. I can play anybody older, so current players in the squad that are older we can play, but we're going to look at naturally phasing them out, especially some of the players that are 30 and over. We'll have a little look at the squad in a minute, and then it's going to be down to you guys to give me some suggestions. So if you want to start doing it in this first episode, I'm going to show you the areas that we need to strengthen pretty quickly, I think. With players sort of like aging where we're a little bit short in, I think 3 areas I really want to look at strengthening pretty quickly. So opportunity for you guys to give me some recommendations right now. We haven't got much to spend. We've only got about 14 million, so it may be deals that have to be done in January unless you know of some absolute gems for me. So get your ideas down in the comments. Right, let's get into it. New series. Smash a like on today's video. If you've just come across the channel, check out the rest of the content. Hit that subscribe button, it'd be muchly appreciated. I've got a set of training videos coming next week, starting Monday. Hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So hit that subscribe button, it'd be muchly appreciated. And let's get into Borussia Dortmund episode number 1. Alright boys, so here we're on the squad page straight away. We're going to get straight into it. Let's look at it. There he is, Moukoko. I've called him straight up because the Dortmund squad only actually has one natural striker, which is Haaland. He cannot actually play in the Bundesliga until he's 16. He is 16 at the end of November, so he's only going to miss probably around 6 to 8 league games. I believe he can play in the Champions League, so not much of an issue there. It doesn't make sense to me go out and buy another striker when I've got this dude already ready and waiting to be at least be a backup for a couple of seasons for Haaland. Really excited to get him going. He's played a couple of games in pre-season for us, already knocked up 3 goals. That was in one game. It was a hat-trick, including 2 free kicks. So there he is, but he's not the only one, is he? If we go to the edge of the squad, there's Jude Bellingham, only 17 years old. Giovanni Reyna as well, he's an exceptional player, only 17 years old. We've got Reyna. Now I don't think there's a deal. Is there a set deal? I don't believe there is. No loan options to make that permanent, but decent option for us this season. Obviously, Erling Haaland, absolute beast. We're going to be playing with him as a complete forward. Jadon Sancho already feels like he's been around for more than 2 sort of like full seasons. He's only 20 years old, so he's going to be key in this save for us. And then the rest, we've got players like Moray, who's going to be a half-decent backup for us at right-back. Zagadu's decent. And then we've got more experienced players, Julian Brandt. I can't believe like Dahoud, Emre Can are only 24 and 26. So it's a very young squad. And then, at the other end, if we do the ages from the top, we've got a few areas that'll need addressing pretty quickly. So I think at the end of Season 1, I'm going to look at shipping out straight away everyone probably above Thorgan Hazard, so Meunier, Delaney, Berkey, Royce, Witsel, Hummels, Hitz and Piszczek, which does mean that we desperately need a goalkeeper, so number 1 for you, a wonderkid goalkeeper. We'll need a right back, and we'll also need a couple of centre-halves, I think. If Hummels is sort of like getting to the end, we may have to stick with Hummels because he's on so much. He'll probably, highly likely, he may stay with us for those 2 years, but I still think we need to get 2 centre-halves in. I'm not a big fan of Akanji. I think we can do better, even though his physicals are very, very good. Zagadou has got the potential to improve. He's only, he's only 21. Training him up on a couple of these technical attributes. Let's get his tackling, his marking, his heading up a little bit because he's obviously got decent physicals. 6'5", absolute beast. So we just need to make sure we improve his technicals. And then a couple of other areas we're struggling at right back. I think if I show you the tactic, this is what we've kind of been doing in pre-season. The idea is that we're quite aggressive, we're high press, we're playing quite quickly, we're getting the ball up to the front boys not as quickly as possible, but doing it at a high tempo, passing into space. I'm rocking a register for the first time. I've never actually used a register. So I'm interested to see how that role develops. I'm also looking at trying to get in maybe a Camavinga in there, maybe even a Tonelli, depending on if his loan is made permanent at Milan. But a few issues for us. Number one being the goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers are going to be, 30 by the end of the season, I believe. Berkey's obviously the number one. Hitz is 32. Decent enough at their levels, but we need to get a young keeper in. So there's one. We also need to get a right back in because we've got Meunier, who's like 28, not a big fan. Piszczek is retiring at the end of the season, and Paslak, who isn't good enough. So right back number 2, and then a third choice right now, centre half. I always like to have 4 centre halves. We haven't even got 4 centre halves at the moment. So there's 3 options for you. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Everywhere else is pretty settled. We're okay at left back for now. We're all right in the midfield. We've obviously got Bellingham. Brandt can do a job in there. De Hood, Emre Can, Delaney. Reyna can play in there. Witzel's just come back. He's missed the whole of pre-season, but Witzel's back fit for us. Reyna can play in there. Royce, Sancho, Hazard, Brandt can play out there, Bellingham can play out there, Reyna can play out there, so we're quite fluid, which is good. And then up front, obviously, we've got Moukoko as a backup for Haaland. Right, so here is pre-season. We've just suffered a defeat to Porto. We did have a bit of a rotated squad. We had players coming back from international duty and stuff. Wasn't ideal. Haaland's missed. That was the first game that Haaland's played. He's missed all of pre-season up to that point. So has Witzel. I've just realised that the team that we're playing are they amateur? What are they? Semi-professional with no recognised players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that off camera, and then we'll come back for the Gladbach game. We'll do that in today's episode. A little bit more exciting, probably a little bit more of a tighter game. Right, let me get this German Cup out of the way, and then we'll kick off the Bundesliga season. Hopefully we'll have a few players back fit. Alright boys, and we are back. Here we are, opening game of the season. We've had a Bayern Munich twats out there. They're absolute twats. So basically they've put a terrible bid in for Brandt. It was 24.5 million. Where is he? I was wanting to keep him. He's only 24. He would have been perfect on that left-hand side, especially to take over from Royce. But he wants to go. He's wanted still by them. He's now transfer listed, I believe. I've let him transfer list himself. I want £80 million for him though, which they are probably not going to pay. So they've done 2 £24.5 million bids. He whinged. I basically told him he wasn't going anywhere, and then the whole squad came and said he needs to go. So I've accepted it. He can go, but I want big money for him. If I'm going to sell players like him, we need top money. But it's just annoying. Before the ball's even been kicked in the Bundesliga, they're already trying to poach our players. Absolute twats. Right. Let's get into today's game. We have obviously just done the Cup. It was pretty self-explanatory. 5-0. We were 2-0 up after 5 minutes. It was like 40-odd shots. They didn't even have a shot. There we go. We got 14.25 million, so not the most. Probably not going to be able to do much. I had put a bid in for Badashil. Is it the centre half at Monaco? That's rejected. They want £45 million for him. Bollocks. So still an opportunity for you guys to suggest some players. Okay, so for today's team, the only player that we're going to get Zagadou's fit, so we're going to put him straight in. The only player we haven't got is Sancho, who's injured. He's going to be back in about a week or so. I played a couple of games and got injured in pre-season, but as I said, anywhere in this area here, the 2 wide slots and even the Mazzala role, we've got plenty of options. And the other player is Moukoko, who cannot play for us. I will probably move him down or get him some game time. Let's just do that now because I always forget. He can have 90 minutes. I want him to train with us, but I don't want him to train with them. So he can play with them until November. We'll then probably use him in Champions Leagues. If we get a decent Champions League draw, I'll look at getting him in at least on the subs bench, if not starting a few games just to give Haaland a bit of a rest because there's going to be a bit of a workload on him to start with. Right, so we're going with Berkey, Guerrero, Hummels, Zagadou, Meunier, Witzel, Can, Reyna, Royce, Hazard and Haaland. Probably my strongest lineup if it wasn't for... We'd probably put Sancho in on this right-hand side for Hazard. Right, let's go. It's Mönchengladbach. Obviously, they've had a decent season. They've got Marco Rose, the manager who's moving to Dortmund in real life. They've got some good, exciting players. They're no doubt going to press high like us. Breeden Bolo, player. Thuram. Zakira, I'm a big fan of. Okay, Jan Sommer as well, the goalkeeper. Absolute legend. Been around forever. Right, we're at home. If you're wondering on the skin, this is the new Rentsy Purple skin. If you type in FM Rentsy into Google, into Twitter, he will pop up. The best skin. He's just done a new version of this for you as well, with a couple of tweaks. So if you are wondering what the skin is, that is it. FM Rentsy. Right, come on the boys. We're up and running. First game of the season. I'm really interested to see how this register role does, as I've never played with it before. So excited just to see. We do need a little... Oh, what a start. We couldn't wish for a better start. Marco Reus, one of the older players in the squad. A player which will try and phase out at the end of the season, but I want to enjoy him just for a season. And then, as I said, we've got players like Bellingham that can go in there. Reyna can go in there as well to cover, especially if we're going to end up losing Brandt. But 1-0, what a start. Right, here we go. Ginter, Thuram. They're obviously going to come straight back at us. That's the FM thing to do. Thuram. That's a good ball. Wolf's in. Good save, Berkey. Great save. Wolf with a corner. Can we clear? Oh, no, we haven't, but a good save for Berkey. It was right place at the right time. Gladbach come at us again. We've only played, not even played 7 minutes yet. We've had a goal and they've had 2 really good chances. Zakira. Bayer. We will be very dangerous if we can win it and hit teams on the break. Players going to be in. Hummels has done really well. Took that down really calmly. And we're off. Reyna, Witsel. Into Haaland. Make that stick. He's done well. Reus. Back to Haaland. Still Haaland. Cross. Reyna hits. Get in. 2-0. 8 minutes gone. So what I do want from this save is, like, by the end of sort of like 2 seasons, trying to do it without like transfer listing literally everybody who's over 30. Hopefully by end of season 1 we'll have made a big impact. We'll hopefully have 4 or 5 players in, 4 or 5 players out. By the end of season 2, I'm literally wanting everybody to be in and around sort of like 25, 26 and younger. And then for the next few years, just pick up wonder kids as we go, to strengthen as players get older. Hopefully bring some youth through as well. It'd be good to keep bringing players through the first team. And then can we do that? Dominate Bayern with a young, exciting... It's going to be quick. It's going to be really quick tempo football. So pace is going to be key. Aggression, work rate. That's what I'm looking for with this tactic. 20 minutes gone. We've already had 5 efforts. They've already had 3 efforts. We're 2-0 up. Things are going well. Reyna. Reus coming in off that left flank. Into Haaland. Hit one with his left foot. He's absolutely smashed it in. There we go. Is this boy going to be absolutely incredible? I don't know what I'm going to do when Moukoko gets to the point where he wants to play more. I imagine I'm only going to get him for a couple of years, sort of like being back up. And then I imagine I'm going to have to play both of them up front together, which is not a bad problem to have. Right, we're coming up to half time. 3-0 against Gladbach. What a start to the season. Outstretched arms. I'm delighted. Keep it up. Okay, Guerrero. Just going to see where the highlight goes, and then we're going to do 2 subs. Reyna and Reus are just struggling a little bit. Reus obviously is, what's he, 30, 31? And Reyna is only 17, so you imagine his physicals won't be as good as what they can be. Hummels' head's clear. Reus going to get there. No, he's lost out to Zakira. Players in. Finish. They've got one. Half an hour to go. It's not over just yet. Right, let me do some changes. Let's put Reyna in there, on for Reyna. And then Jude Bellingham, he can do a job inside forward from the left. I believe we can do 4 subs in Germany, I think. Reus kind of got beat to the ball. It was by Zakira, who's an absolute beast. So we'll let him off. Right, let's just have an encourage for these last 20 minutes. Right, Berkey into Zagadou. Emre Can. So Emre Can's also an option at centre-half if we're really struggling. But I think Haaland's in. Haaland's scored another one. It's 4-1. What I was going to say is Can could be an option at centre-half. But from what I've seen, if there's an area that's got plenty of good youngsters that are probably going to be available to us at the end of the season. Centre-half is maybe not an area that we need to worry about, but for now, Chan can sort of like be the fourth choice. Right, Witsel clears. It's going to come back. Kramer. Embolo. Bayer. Players in again. Good save, Berkey. These episodes are going to be pretty excited because we're going for it. We're high pressing. I imagine, especially against teams that are in and around our quality, all high pressing. Bayern, Leipzig, Gladbach, Frankfurt. There's going to be goals, goals, goals in every episode. Right, Guerrero, Witsel, cross, Reyna, playing as a Mazzala. Guerrero crosses, half cleared, the break-in. So this is where the register maybe doesn't help us a little bit because obviously one of the player instructions for that, for the role, is roam from position. Normally when I have someone in front of the back four, I just want him to sit in there. But it's not the case, but I thought, no, I want to give it a go. Right, 2 minutes to go. I'd be annoyed if it ends up being 4-2. As Lazaro goes down this right, Witzel's done very well. So he still does his defensive duties. Haaland is in, on his left foot, smash. What a strike. Dortmund, 5. Gladbach, 1. I'm always nervous at the start of the season, especially when we've not really prepared. We've had Haaland out injured, Sancho out injured. Bloody international game just before the season started as well, so I lost them for like a game. 10 players went international duty, but Haaland has, was that a hat-trick? I think it was a hat-trick. 5-1, has set us up nicely, but here we go, another highlight, straight after our goal. Come on boys, see it out. Kramer, I hate sloppiness, even when we're winning, I hate sloppies. That was a sloppy goal. We should have maybe blocked it. Guerrero should have blocked it. I think Berkey maybe should have even saved it. 5-2. Last for a focus, last few minutes is Bellingham nods down to Witsel. To Delaney. Back to Witsel. We've got someone out here. Muniz out here, keeping his width. Witsel, nice. Hazard. Slipped into Hazard. Muniz cross. Bellingham's at the back stick. Haaland's there. Maybe offside. It isn't. It's 6-2. Oh my God. Right. Just going to go very defensive. I don't want a 6-3. We'll take a 6-2, but I don't want a 6-3. Right, so there we go, boys. Top of the league. Only a game in, but 6-2. Haaland eventually getting 4. Reyna and Royce as well. Obviously, we're going to concede goals, but I just want to enjoy this save. Basque or Nothing, one of my other main saves on the channel, really enjoyable with Athletic Club Bilbao, but I can't really sign players. Next save, set a bull in Portugal, got them from the third tier to the top tier in the Champions League, but we haven't got money to spend, and I wanted to just enjoy some of these youngsters that I'm probably not going to get the opportunity to play with at all in FM21, and as soon as I saw the winter update with Moukoko, I thought, let's have a little bit of that. I do not know what I'm going to do. The temptation is just to play Moukoko straight away, up front, and just let him play. But with that, if we end up going 2 up, I've then got to at least sign another striker, maybe another striker. So I have 2 more strikers in the squad. And obviously that costs money. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. What would you do? I'm going to give him plenty of games. He's going to get absolutely plenty of games, especially when we play teams at home against the sort of like the lesser sides in the German Bundesliga, cup games, also Champions League games. I'm going to give him the opportunity, so don't worry about that. He's only just about to turn 16, so plenty of time for him and the rest of them to develop. Hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, this series every Wednesday on the channel. Make sure you smash a like on today's video for me. So give me those suggestions straight away. Goalkeeper, right back, centre half. Who would you go for? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Stay safe. See you later.